Innerphase Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thank you for joining us on as we tape today, just a beautiful day in downtown Lancaster. Things are right around the corner. You've got right behind us on Broad Street, things are closed down for the Friday night bandstands, and they're going super strong every Friday night. The good folks here at Fairfield Federal were kind of responsible for that, along with Lancaster Parks and Recreation. And the festival is right around the corner, so just golly, lots of things happening. Talk about a couple different subjects today. The second half of the show, we'll talk about the upcoming July 4th fireworks with Dave Smith, who's on the committee to make that happen down to Lancaster Fairgrounds. Our first segment, if you're a businessman and thinking about, let's say, starting a business, and you want to pick a town where you'd like to come, lots of factors, lots of things you look at enter into that. A huge barometer of many items. One might be water, might be wastewater, might be infrastructure, might be people, hiring. Can you grow your business here? And the same would be if you're looking to add another extension of your business in a town. And fortunately, Lancaster, I think, is strong in all those areas, and I guess the guy that will tell us about that is now the retiring Economic Development Director in Lancaster, Mike Petit. Mike, it's who'd have thought this day would come?
Yeah, I know. You know, my wife says that too. So,
in a couple of days, on the 30th, your last day,
yes,
as a working stiff.
Yeah.
Last day as Economic Development Director, and your story, golly, goes back 20 years with Lancaster. 22 years with Lancaster. Started with the gas company under Art Wallace. 4 administrations you've worked through, 4 different mayors. Each one, I'm sure, has had strengths and weaknesses, but through it all, you've weathered the storm. Must say something about your ability to work with people.
Well, either that or I hide well. I don't know.
That's always good in government. I get that. So you started, 2002 with the gas company?
I started in 2000 with the gas company.
With 2000, Art Wallace.
I came here to be the general manager of the gas company.
And as I remember, back in those days, and lots of different factors always enter into things, but they were in a real deficit.
Yes.
Maybe over $2 million, as I kind of remember the story.
Correct.
And then in your time there, you were able to work, and I guess, put your big boy pants on and said, we've got to go to work here, and you kind of turned things around there.
Yes, we did. It was an interesting time. I almost went back. I came out of the for-profit world, and coming into government was a little different.
Sure.
And but we was able to put the financial plan together quickly, get us back on track. It took many years to fully get us to where we needed to be. But we were able to do that, and Lancaster Municipal Gas is in a strong position right now. I trained the young man that's the new general manager. Worked with him for about 3 years, getting him ready, because succession planning is important.
Sure. So that's kind of your beginning times with the city. You got there, kind of built a good name for yourself, and then this economic development thing came about. Was that under Art?
That was under Art, yes.
Art Wallace. And so you opened that, you began that, and boy, from that point on, and timing's not much, it's only everything.
Yeah.
I know it's a tremendous amount of hard work on your part. There's no mistaking that, but it's been a really good, 15 years or so, whatever it's been for you as Economic Development Director, and golly, you talk about things being in a strong position. The city really is having a good economic time right now.
Yeah, and the first of the year, when you take over a program that didn't exist almost, we had no sites to market. We had no marketing plan. There was no connections to Columbus and the state. And so you have to put all that together. And, about that time, the bypass was coming. So a lot of planning there and working with the different agencies, the Community Improvement Corporation, which is now rolled under the Lancaster Port Authority. We worked with them, and it's really just establishing a plan. And you got to do that, just as in bringing the gas company out of financial stress. We did that. So we developed the plan, and it took, we had to prepare the sites. In today's world, companies want to make sure that those sites are quality sites. So, and that's not an easy task to do. But we led the state in certified sites up until just recently, because one of them went to we're not allowed to say the Google word, but it was a cloud data center. How about that?
I understand. I got you.
And so they took up one of the sites, and we've pretty well filled out Rock Mill for all the major sites that we have. We're developing some other stuff now, but it takes time to develop those sites and prepare them. And from there, then things really took off.
I imagine there was a time, maybe when you got into this economic development thing, that prospective people coming to town, they would just look, well, where's a site, where's something good? And I sort of, in my mind, I've sort of seen a change. Now people want to come here and they want the place built. Mm-hmm. They want to see maybe a physical facility, what you can offer. This is what it is, what you offer. They want it pretty much cut and dried before they ever sign.
Yes, and we did build a 50,000 square foot industrial building.
That was a big deal to do.
That was a big deal. It was done by the Lancaster Port Authority. And, when you try to attract industry, you have to have a wide array of sites and buildings. And it can be down to, a couple of acres to 125 or 300 acres. Mm-hmm. You have to have a mix. So developing that mix, having a building on site. When we built that, we went from about 15 leads per year, quality leads that we could apply for.
Sure.
To we were running over 45 leads per year.
Wow. Made a
but
difference.
That's what that building did for us. It got us Magna. Magna, we were in competition with other communities, and we had that spec building. They were bringing in a new technology that they hadn't used before, mm-hmm. and they needed a building to test this equipment out while they built their facility. So it was leverage that we used to be able to put them right into a building while they're getting theirs built. And today they're currently about 390 employees, and they're going to add 224
just
over the next.
A big jump.
Yes. So huge employer, great partner, and I know they're involved with the festival.
And I think, and you're pretty much a local boy, been here your whole life, Lancaster has a lot of solid attributes that you could always promote. Now, you've built more things. We think about the Rock Mill Industrial Park, huge asset to the community. As you say, when it was built, nothing there. Now it's almost filled out. Mm-hmm. We think about Edie Road, how all that's grown up around there. The bypasses come in. And it seems that somebody in your position, you have to, and you're a government person, but you have to work in the nonprofit world, you have to work in the government world, and the profit, everything. You have to know people in all these different areas. You have to have a lot of hats on it and make, I guess, lifelong friends.
Yes, absolutely, and we certainly have that. My protege that will soon take over tomorrow, I guess. She has a strong background, but she makes fun of me a little bit because I have a very, very thick book of business cards, and she'll ask me somebody, and I'll go to the book. So
you don't even have a Rolodex. You have a book.
I have a book, and it's
Rolodex would be.
The Rolodex is very thick. So yes, we have a lot of great friends that we've worked with over the years, and they're a resource to us as well. For if we don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know something, but I'll go find it out.
And I think, I would guess you would back this up, Lancaster is so fortunate to have somebody like a Brad Hutchison. Mm-hmm. Every community needs someone like that who is a local guy who's come back to say, we've got to do things here to make this a better community. And I think in many ways probably has helped you.
Yeah, I was hoping for at least a dozen Brads, but we'll take the one we have.
We're fortunate to have one.
And Brad and I are very close friends and have developed a great relationship over the years. And he calls and I say, how can I help?
And you help him. He's called and said, can you help me? So you open doors for each other, I guess.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, he's a solid guy and done so much. So tomorrow, the next day, you're going to wrap it up after all these years as a gas company guy, as an economic development guy. What kind of situation do you think Lancaster is in right now for your person, Stephanie, coming on and moving into the future? Things look pretty good?
They do look very good. One of the things, we need to replenish our inventory of sites and buildings. We have almost no buildings at the moment to market. Sure. And we've looked at doing the potential of another spec building, but as you know, prices are very high right now. And at what level do we pull the trigger and build another one? So we have to put together some additional land masses that we can market so that we can continue to, we provide jobs to Lancaster, but we provide jobs to Amanda and Perry County and the townships and the county. And, we've got to figure out a way to get together because we need to add sites that are ready to go, marketable, and to provide the jobs for the entire region.
When you think back now and looking back when you first kind of came on this rock mill idea and kind of all that, did you have much pushback from people on that? Like sometimes when something's never done before, the we've never done it that way aspect enters into things. Did you get a lot of pushback? Because I'm thinking if you did, I doubt if you would get that now.
Yeah. No, we did get some, and change is everybody wants change until they get it, it's you educate people. Here's what you want to do. Here's your plan, and if you do those things, we'll certainly have some NIMBYs out there that they didn't like something that we did, but overall the community has been 100% behind me and my vision, and I'm certain that they will be behind Stephanie as well.
It's been interesting too that in the last, I'd say, month, police chief, fire chief, economic development director, all going, Dave Scheffler, I hope he doesn't take it personal, but it's odd that everything really within a month, this is all occurring.
Yeah, no, we have a great mayor and a very strong mayor. All of the mayors that I've worked with have been, solid folks, but Mayor Scheffler brings a private industry look at government as well, and he's a big picture guy, and he shares in our vision.
Well, we wish you the best. I know you're going to keep your fingers in the pot a little bit here.
A little bit.
You're not going to drop completely off the face of the earth, and the city and economic areas in town are thankful for that. But boy, we wish you the best.
Thank you.
You've done a great job, such an asset to the community, and we love looking around at all the great things you've done and your fingerprints all over the city and really the county. So thanks for everything you've done in your time here.
Well, thank you.
Sure. Mike Petit, Economic Development Director, who will be retiring in just a day or so, and looking forward to new ventures out there. So we're looking forward to hearing Mike in other areas. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Lancaster Festival returns for its 38th season, July 21st through the 30th. This year, we proudly present Rick Springfield on July 23rd and Lady A on July 30th. Reserve seating and general admission tickets are available at lancasterfestival.org, by phone at 740-687-4808, or at the box office located at 117 West Wheeling Street in Lancaster. For the full lineup, visit lancasterfestival.org.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, And we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Medical goes the extra mile to give attention to their patients, to their guests, anybody that comes within those doors.
There's no question that the staff there are all personally invested in seeing that I got the best care possible.
The staff was so comforting. I felt like she was in the best hands.
They basically gave me a second chance at life, and I'm going to make the most of it.
As we are post-pandemic here and coming out of lots of things the last couple of years, everything is coming back, and one of the things that is full throttle, going great coming up here in just another week from today, actually, is the July 4th celebration down at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds, and we've got the president of that committee that kind of oversees all of that, Dave Smith, with us. Dave, welcome.
Hi, Paul.
Welcome to another year. Does it seem like it comes more quickly every year, or maybe you had a little break there for a year?
Well, when it gets cold, I know I'm not working on the 4th of July. Otherwise, I'm working on the 4th. When
it's nice weather and you start to see this, it's around the corner.
It is, and we got so many nice volunteers that help us throughout the year, except when it's cold. And as we get ready for the parade and the event itself and the fireworks and the music and the games of chance there at the fairgrounds and the kiddie rides and stuff like that, and having the riding bowl there's a lot of fun things that we can't wait until it happens, and we know everybody else is excited too.
So it's actually on July 4th this year.
It is. We usually try to make it on the holiday,
except
if it's on Sunday, and then we push it back to Saturday, except in 2021. Hamburg was just so gracious to us over the decades.
Kind of a busy weekend for them.
And they had celebrations on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they said, if we could do your show on Monday, it will be the best. And we said, well, of course. And Monday was the observed holiday.
No brainer on that.
No brainer at all.
Well, it's just a fun thing, and I like the way over the years you've kind of simplified things as much as you can to make it just memorable, that people know when things are, because the parade is at 10 a.m. and the fireworks 10 p.m.
Yeah, we have a sign that says that on the fence at the fairgrounds.
I see that.
Like a lot of events at the fairgrounds want to put their information. So we got this 40-foot sign, and it says fireworks 10 p.m. And it just makes it easier. Now, last year I had to take a paper thing and put a 5 on it because it was Monday the 5th. But that was just momentary.
Sure.
But we found over the years, families like to spend the 4th of July together, doing things during the day, play golf, go on picnics, cookouts with the family, go see relatives, whatever. We have a parade in the morning, we have fireworks at night. Pick what you want to do. Yeah. And they all show up for the fireworks somehow.
Does the fairgrounds, is it open up like at noon or something? I mean, can you get it? Are things going on at a certain time?
Yes. The fair food booths, and they had the most they've ever had there last year until this year, and they'll have more food booths. But it's fair food, just strictly fair food. You know what that means? It's
Thank goodness.
Salt, sweets, fried, sugar, all that
I want
stuff.
Cholesterol in 4 digits.
Oh,
I'm trying to get it up there.
Not a problem. The parade starts at 10. It's usually over about 11:30, about 12 o'clock. And everybody on the fairgrounds for rides and the food will be open at noon, if not 11:30. So some people who came for the parade and dropped off their friends who were in the parade, or the kids or whatever, they've kind of meandered over and started to partake. and they have arts and crafts underneath the grandstand. And some of the arts and crafts this year, they're going to spill out into the midway and other areas because we have so many people interested in participating. So I'd say 11:30, 12 o'clock, it starts rolling. 12:15, everybody should be cooking.
It's an amazing day, and I guess we go back maybe 25 plus years to where this thing kind of turned around, where it had kind of gone downhill a little bit. It wasn't as strong as it was. Things change. I mean, everybody has a cycle. Things have a beginning and an end. But a group of you were one of those guys that got it going early. I know Jim Edwards is one, Ron Burris, you're the three I think of the most, but kind of saw that this thing needed a little kick in the pants and a restart.
Yeah, and over the years, if you go back far enough, the JCs used to do it.
It was legendary back then.
Yeah, the veteran groups used to be more involved.
Right.
And then after maybe the bicentennial in 1776, it was kind of looking for who's going to take charge of this and do it. And they still had good fireworks, but we saw it waning. And I had been working with Anchor Hawking in Minnesota and came back in '92 and started helping out in '93. And it was amazing how many good people were still working it. They just needed a little bit more assistance and more help. And of course, finances were the biggest thing. And they were allowing everybody to come in free. They were taking donations at the door in buckets and jars. Didn't work real well. And so then we started soliciting of the businesses. And we get about 20% of our money from the people donating money, individuals and businesses. Our biggest money maker is the parking of the cars, and then after that it's the rides and the food concessions give us a percentage back, and all we want to do is break even, and if we make any extra money, guess where it goes? Fireworks for next year.
I think we know where it goes. So Dave Smith with us. He's president of the July 4th committee. It's coming up a week from today down at the at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds, and I have to say, have you decided that having fireworks up on the mountain was the correct thing to do? I think everybody thinks that's a wonderful addition.
Well, who else in the world has a fairgrounds near downtown in a neighborhood with houses around it? People are having parties in their yard. Memorial Drive is filled with cars in all the parking lots, and the church parking lots and everything else. We have 50 to 100,000 people either on the grounds in the neighborhood or watching. And then you have a mountain that stands up, I can't remember if it's 400 or 500 feet above the...
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain. It's big, and it takes a while to climb up.
Yes.
Anyway, they can shoot bigger rockets because the safety zone is the mountain, plus an orange fence that goes around the mountain. And they're bigger, they're badder, they're taller, and everybody in the county can see them when they go off the mountain. And early on, I think it was 10 years ago, we started experimenting with different locations. We tried Flat Rocks. That didn't work out so well. Going up Mount Pleasant you got to have equipment, you got to get some and the parks a number of years ago finally put in a real trail for 4x4s that can get up there with the heavy equipment and the material to shoot off in the rockets and all that. But when they shoot them off, we shoot about maybe 20%, maybe 25% of all the rockets go off of Mount Pleasant. And there's something special about it. He put some, Ken Sprague, puts some things on the mountain that don't come off of the fairgrounds itself to make it special and different. And every year he finds something that the fireworks manufacturers have come up with that's cute, funny, whimsical, or how they do that. Because,
an aha moment.
It goes up, it explodes, and all this color comes out.
Yeah.
Or more color comes out. Yeah. Or a heart comes out. How do they do that?
It is amazing to see some of that.
Yeah. It is, and some of them are multi-stage. They'll go off and off and off. And then when they start doing the finale, where there's about 1,500 things that go off in about, it used to be finale was 5 minutes. It's 8 minutes.
I was going to ask, is this a 30-minute program? I can't remember. It starts at 10.
Well, it's supposed to be 20 minutes, but it's always 35.
But the finale, as we would talk about now, it's the thing to see. I don't think there are many, and there are a lot of fireworks around. We know some big ones in Columbus, things going on, but the finale here is pretty amazing.
Yep, and a number of years ago, my good friend Ron Burris said, we need to do more. And Ken and Jerry both said at the time, well, we pack in a 30-minute show. Most places it's 20 minutes. We pack in an awful lot of stuff, and And Ron said, well, have a finale at the beginning. And the first couple of years we did that, some of the people in the crowd, because it's a finale-like thing where you have these fountain things and they grow and they grow and they grow and they grow, and then you go boom, 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 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have a mic on, right?
You're good. You're good.
And everybody thought, oh, they pushed the wrong button, or they went from Z to A instead of A to Z or whatever. But then they saw the real finale at the end. There's nobody that does it like Hamburg fireworks when it comes to, or Lancaster Fairfield County fireworks. It's just amazing.
And isn't, and as you bring the fireworks back, as you bring the July 4th back, isn't it just serendipitous that we have a business in town that's built for this moment?
Exactly. I was reading somewhere that every county is allowed to have a fireworks company in each county, but there aren't 88 in the state of Ohio.
No.
There's a lot of, you got to know what you're doing here. And it's not just a July activity. Yeah. And you
don't hire people in June for July 4th.
No, they do stuff year round. Hamburg works with the sports arenas up in Columbus and Ohio State and the different, and they do internal stuff that where they have the sparkler type things and all that. So they're busy 12 months out of the year, but certainly the summer months. And it's amazing. They hire out for special celebrations. We even know the Lancaster Festival for the 2 Saturday nights. What a fantastic show that is for the people that come for the festival. So it is wonderful to have them so interested in our community that they're so helpful. And to us, they're financially helpful besides having a great show. We couldn't afford the show that they put on if they weren't a true partner with us.
Here we are a week away. Is it still possible to get involved in that some way if you have a business or anything still available?
Yeah, there's 2 things that we always need, and one is money. Last year and this year, everybody's seeing price increases for this, price increases for that. Everything that we're paying for this year is a lot more expensive. Golf carts, porta pots, the insurance, the security for this, that, and the other. The fireworks are even more expensive. The transportation for the fireworks coming over here is triple what it was 2 years ago. And there's just all these other things. Now, we're still doing okay. And we have great patrons. We're getting our monies in. And we put a sympathetic note out there thanking them for their previous donation. And at the bottom, we always put the last couple years that they've given just to make it easy for them. And it's amazing how many times they look down below and write a check a little bit bigger. And
nice.
that's what it's all about.
That's
a little bit bigger.
Small towns like this, I mean, they're very supportive of these moments. And
Right.
again, businesses around here are saying this is a good thing.
Yeah. So if you haven't sent a check in, and if you'd like to, Post Office Box 2548. We're online, 4thofjulylancaster.com, 4thofjulylancaster.com. And if you want to be in the parade, the registration's already closed, but go online. There's my phone number. There's an email. We don't want somebody to say, oops, I forgot.
Sure.
If you want to be in the parade, we'll figure it out. We always have row 7 for last-minute entries.
And we haven't talked a lot about the parade. It starts at the fairgrounds, comes down Columbus Street, turns down here on the main, comes right behind us on Broad, heads back.
Yep.
It's a wonderful parade. I hear there's candy available.
There should be some candy.
Okay.
And all the parade people know that you have to pass it. Don't throw it from a moving vehicle. We want the kids to be safe, and we want those young
I've
adults.
never seen that occur.
Yeah, we want those young adults to make sure they get their candy. There's plenty of candy on the parade route.
Well, it's just a great time.
And the parade is announced live. It's taped. What a community we have, that we have those resources and interested businesses that want to do that.
But Dave Smith, president of the July 4th committee, it's a week from today, Tuesday, parade. Again, kind of burn this in your brain. It's 10. The parade is at 10 in the morning, fireworks at 10 at night. Things going on down at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds all day. Lots of food, lots of crafts, lots of
music,
family time, music. I mean, it's a real family day.
It is.
And that's what you want.
Come early, stay late.
That's it. You heard it from the El Presidente himself, Dave Smith. Dave, good luck.
Thank you, Paul.
Hope for a day like this. And from what I hear, it's going to be a good day. So Ron Burris continues to do a fine job.
Cloud control. He hasn't disappointed us yet.
Dave Smith with the July 4th committee. It's a week from today, July 4th. Have a great time down at the fabulous fireworks. I know everybody knows that. We're looking forward to that. Thank you for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Innerphase Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.